Hello, Dan from DozerWinchParts.com. Putting together a video today for winch drive options. We get so many calls, people are asking what winch fits my tractor. Figured I'd make a video. So you're pretty much in two families. Your winch is either going to be on the back of your dozer, a PTO drive or hydraulic drive. And most of the time you only have one option. Your tractor is either a PTO, like it has it, or if it doesn't have it, well, you're gonna have a hydraulic winch. Some tractors, like the John Deere 850s, you could go hydraulic, or there was a PTO option. So it just depends on how your tractor was built, whether or not it's equipped with it or not. That is in this direct drive family. If you have a hydrostatic tractor or a hydraulic drive tractor, often your PTO would be an option that would be added on to the end of hydraulic stack. So this direct drive PTO family is a little bit unique. The more common PTO, which would be installed on all tractors from the factory, if it's a power shift transmission, almost all of them have a PTO that's driven through a torque converter. This is the most power you're going to get to your winch package. That's straight from the engine through a torque converter. All the energy is going into the winch. That's normally your most powerful winch option. The other options are if you do not have a hydraulic, or if you don't have a PTO on your tractor and you're wanting a winch, you need to go hydraulic. Now, this is where it gets confusing because manufacturers will call their tractor, well, this is a winch ready tractor, or it's hydraulic ready. It's just confusing. Or is it ripper ready, or does it have a ripper? I'll try and simplify it for you. You have what we call your rescue winches. So a rescue winch is low flow hydraulics, not a lot of PSI. It's basically, if you imagine if you had a ripper, you have the valving for it, you have the hand lever for it, and you just need to add a winch to the back. You take off your ripper, put on a winch, and that's will get you unstuck. I mean, they'll pull 40,000 pounds, the little ones, and the big ones will pull 100, but you're limited on your line speed. There's only so many gallons per minute in PSI that's horsepower available to the winch through the hydraulic system. So we consider those more rescue winches. And they're still a great winch, but they're just limited in horsepower, especially compared to a PTO winch that's on a torque converter. You're very limited in what your performance will be. You'll still have big line pull, but the line speed, they have to gear down the motor a lot to get that big line pull number. Your other option is your high performance winch, hydraulic winches. These ones are very unique because now you're taking the engine, you're putting a souped up hydraulic pump on the tractor, and that souped up hydraulic pump is going to drive your winches. Now, how the manufacturers get to that souped up high performance pump, sometimes it's it's a unique one add-on, sometimes it's tapping into different sections that have higher PSI and flow, a different valve, but regardless, we're leaning towards this category of the high performance. So bottom line is, if you have a PTO, you're going to get the most performance out of this torque converter drive ones. If you have a direct drive, that's great, they work awesome, but you'll get more power if you have a torque converter drive. On the hydraulic side, sometimes the ripper ones can be the most cost effective. If your tractor's already got a ripper on the back, you just yank it off, put a winch on, you're in business. It can be really cost effective. But if you don't already have a ripper, sometimes it's a big headache to add on, and you're better off spending that money to just upgrade to high performance. And then depending on the model, we can do different hand control configurations. But if you're in the hydraulic family, you really want to look for tractors that are equipped with high performance winch hydraulics. It really affects the performance of the winch. You get a lot more power, a lot more line speed, and often a high performance hydraulic winch will outperform a PTO winch that's direct drive just because of the way they're set up. But the torque converter will usually smoke a hydraulic winch just because the efficiency of going engine straight from the engine, you don't have that fluid hydraulic loss when you're converting shaft power into fluid power. So you're going to have the most power there, but the hydraulic winches, most control. So in terms of how your winches are driven, you can't have everything we're gonna always have to look at what your tractor is equipped with. Does it have a PTO? Is there even a PTO option for your tractor? But regardless, this is where you're going in one of these 4 categories. And then when we're selecting a winch, we're gonna work from there. So hopefully that helps get rid of some confusion of what it takes to put a winch on your tractor. Thanks a lot. Good luck.